What's up everyone, this is James Blonde getting into my first look / gameplay video for the highly anticipated Guild Wars 2. Now I know this game's been covered on this channel a couple of times, but that was way back in beta and the game is finally out, so you gotta check it out. Plus this can give you a chance to take a look at a race, class, storyline that you haven't seen yet. So let's get started. So here we have a beautiful, beautiful race selection screen. I love how it shows only the rough artistic image of the race, like there's still a bit of a mystery at this point, and it gives the player that feeling of total, unique customization. And of the 5 different races, I think I've got my mind set on the Asura, the wise, small inventors. And this time I'm going to choose male, and we've got 8 different professions to choose from, which are really unique to your abilities, but not only that, your backstory. Everything kind of revolves around that, up into the point in which you get into the game, and I'll show you what I'm talking about. The engineer, I can imagine, be a cool class to play in, especially for this race. The ranger, let's see here, the necromancer, that actually is one that I might be interested in playing. The thief, man, this guy looks cool. His eyes are really neat. Hopefully I can customize it to look like that. And here we have the mesmer class, which is pretty unique. I think it's like a wizard sort of class. I'm not really sure. And yeah, I'm pretty set on the necromancer. Alright, so zoom in, hide armor. There's this, he's got interesting little boxers there. Okay, so I can change the body features. I'm going to keep him short, and then we take a look at the physique here. So it looks like we have options between skinny and fat / buff. I don't know if he's fat or buff there, but he's got a beer gut here. Alright, so let's kind of go in between. Yeah, something like that right there. I like that. Alright, so next we're going to change our skin markings, and it looks like we have 8 options to choose from. All of them seem to be pretty subtle. I suppose if you change the color, it would make a difference. Let's go back with the one that I had. I like that one the best. That one stands out the most. All right, change the color to dark chocolate. Looks black to me. That's pretty cool. It looks like a tabby cat, like a striped cat or something. That's pretty cool. All right, so you know what? I'm gonna change this back to white so it doesn't look like a cat. We're gonna make him look more like a skunk. Yeah, there we go. Now all I need is a skill that produces smelly stuff. We're good. So next we have the head options here. Let's see, hairstyles and color. I really don't want to put any hair on this guy just because the hairstyles look, you know, kind of goofy, and his design is pretty cool. Let's see what faces we have. That one, not so much. That one's cool. Kind of looks like a Ninja Turtle, like one of the newer Ninja Turtles. Alright, so ears, we definitely want some long, torn up ears. Now he looks pretty evil. I like his eyes. His eyes are really cool looking. Alright, so face details. Eyes, can change that a little bit. I'm not going to do a whole lot of stuff because I really like the way it looks so far. It looks pretty cool. I can only make him look more evil. Eyes squint, so a lot of eyes squint. Let's see, iris size. Let's put it at medium. And eye size, make it big. And placement. Oh yeah, there you go. So serious. I like it. That's pretty cool. Now I can change the color of his eyes. I want something that really contrasts like his skin. Let's see, like an orange. Yeah, there you go. That's evil looking. Loud orange. That's pretty cool. I'm gonna keep that. He's a necromancer. He's got to be evil. If only he had the voice of Bane from the new Batman movie, it'd be epic. He'd probably say something like,
"It doesn't matter what I look like. It only matters what I can do to you."
That is perfect. That's how you do it. Anyway, so we're at the mouth here. We can change this a little bit, make his mouth a little wider. Really don't want to change a whole lot here. He looks pretty cool just like he is there. And maybe mess with the ears a little bit. Let's see. Yeah, but let's change the tip and make his head a little bit bigger. There you go. That's pretty cool. I like that. Alright, so now we're going to change the armor dyes. Whoa, kind of added something to his face there. I don't know what that is. Just goes to show that there's quite a bit of customization in this. I guarantee I can make a video of just customizing this character. It's pretty cool. I mean, this is just one character and the features that it has. Imagine all the other races and classes you can change. A jalapeno. That's what that green is, I guess, huh? Let's see here. I like the white. That looks good just because it's kind of opposite of what people would think on the necromancer. I'm the good necromancer. With the red trim here. That's pretty cool. I'm sure that's a color that everybody's using. That's okay. Let's see. Like a silver looking. I like that. That's pretty cool. It looks good. Kind of goes with his stripes on his back, on his head. Let's see here. Now we're gonna change. The bottom looks good. It's almost like an orange red. It's pretty cool. Why is his soul still pink and his feet are coming out of his boots? Huh. I guess it's meant to be. Oh well. Alright, so what options do we have next here? We have Necromancer's closest companion is death. In acknowledgement of this, I mark my face with the symbol of a trickster demon, or Darth Maul. That's pretty cool. It adds little neat tattoos and changes his eye color to green. Trickster demons from the mist find ways to enter our world and tear it apart, so being destructive. Alright. Skull, that looks really neat with his costume. I like that. I respect the traditions of necromancers that have gone before me. I might choose that one just because of the way it looks. And there we go, the Ghostly Wrath. Okay, so cataracts. I got it. So that's what we saw beforehand. I guess that's what he had in his face. I'm going to go with this just because it looks really cool with the costume. And yeah, so trouble may follow me, but I use it to overcome my, of course, ferocity. With a skull on my face, you think I'm going to charm them? I'm a member of the College of Statics, Dynamics, or Synergetics. So Dynamics, let's see, Statics, Builders, and Architects make up the College of Statics. We build last. Okay, some call it constructive, blah, blah, blah. Dynamics produces gizmo makers extraordinaire, energy enthusiasm. I like that. Sounds good. Synergetics going to be a little bit more on the energy side. So yeah, I'm going to do Dynamics. My first invention was an infinity ball. They said it was a toy, a pipe dream, and a waste of resources. They were wrong. My invention predicts the future. So he made a magic 8-ball. Awesome. Vala Golem. Most golems are powerhouses designed for warfare. This one looks like it's small, but compact and efficient. Alright. And mixed a great cocktail too. A butler. And let's see here. Transatmospheric converter. What? So the reason why the game is giving me these choices is because this is really going to shape my background. Like my advisor here, I'm going to choose this guy because he looks pretty appropriate for my character. Looks dark and evil, so I'm going to choose him. But it's going to build up my background and hopefully change the course of the way the game plays for me, which is really cool. That I like that dynamicness to it. Then here we go at the end. It looks like it puts it all in a little brief bio of who we are. So now I'm going to have to name this guy. So I'm thinking of the name of my last necromancer, and I think it was something like Bad Asthma. Yeah, that's it. It's corny, but a lot of times it's not taken. Asthma by itself is usually taken. So let's check out my intro.
I am Asura. I personified genius. My ancestors were driven from the heart of the earth, forced to live in this bright, wide world. Of course, we've excelled. We exceed expectations in everything we do. With Golem and Gate and Arcane Crystal, we have asserted our supremacy in this land and made it our own. We will not move another inch. Not for dragons, not for anyone. The eternal alchemy is a fluid contrivance, ever evolving, ever fluctuating. I believe in the power of transformation. I belong to the College of Dynamics. Dynamics crews thrive on permutation. We're always advancing, morphing into something new. I'm the lever, and my excellent crew is the fulcrum. Together we will move the world. We will force reason from chaos. I've just been informed that defective golems, not mine of course, are causing havoc out in the jungle. Whatever the imbeciles outside the city have broken, I'll fix, and make my name doing so. I'll lead the masses through metamorphosis to an improved future. This is my story.
Alright, sweet. So it looks like I chose the right race and class to get what I was looking for. And if you notice that all of those things that happened in my backstory there were based around the choices that I made after creating my character, which is really cool because it gets you immersed into the game. It's almost like taking a questionnaire right before you play about what you want to see in your world. It creates your lore for you and you get involved that way. So Rob here says that we got to stop some hostile golems, so let's check that out. So everything looks really clean. I can jump up and down here and I've got floppy ears going. I can dash forward. That's cool. He does a little spin at the end. But the mechanics and the physics, animations, everything looks really nice. It's just very clean and smooth put together, even though like there's probably 100 million people on the servers right now. It's crazy. Alright, so we have some sort of cutscene here.
It's pure chaos out here. Unacceptable. What's going on?
Just what it looks like. These golems have gone mad. Zojja suspects someone tampered with them. And by someone, she means the inquest.
She's got some piranha teeth.
Zojja's rarely wrong. Don't tell her I said rarely, by the way. If it is the inquest, she's going to need help. Where can I find her?
At the malfunctioning gate that's spitting out these deranged golems. She claims she could feel them on the other side of the gate laughing at us.
Not for long. I'm going to help Zojja shut down the problem at its source. Thanks for the information.
Alright, sweet. So moving along with the quest, I've got to get to the portal and shut down these malfunctioning golems. Starting with this one right here, let's check out the combat. So I'm going to use my first and only skill, which is called Rending Claws, to do a little bit of damage here. It'll actually stack vulnerability. And, oh, well, it looks like it took him out pretty good. Let's see what he's got to give me. Pick up some cogs. Don't really have to worry about fighting over loot. You get your own piece of loot if you participated in the fight. Even though we all helped each other out, you get a little bit of something. So they went ahead and took care of that guy, and I still got some life force out of it. As a necromancer, I'll be able to explain that in a second. As a necromancer, of course, I can summon a minion here. In this case, it's my 6 key, which is summon a blood fiend, which will heal me as well as do damage from a long distance. And if I get into a really bad spot where I need a lot of health, I can actually kill my minion to give me a substantial amount of health. My F1 key will activate Death Shroud, which is a special ability that I have as a necromancer that utilizes life force. And see, when I enter it here, it's like a spirit form. And little green bar here is like an alternative health bar, because I've basically left my body behind. I've got unique skills to this ability. Like this one here uses life force, and the more life force I have, the more damage I can deal. And obviously if you run out of life force, then you go back to normal. Okay, so it said just then that there was an event nearby. It was really cool. The game has ongoing persistent events that occur every so often, like unexpectedly. And you can see the little orange circle on the mini-map, and this one says defeat the hostile golems coming from the gate. And I don't see any golems coming from the gate, but some of these events are chained together. Like, for example, after the golems are stopped, you know, maybe we have to put them back together or figure out what's controlling them. Either way, it feels like the game is really letting you get involved, and everybody else around you, it's all together in it. At least that's what it seems. So you can be going along in a quest and all of a sudden something happens. And another cool part is that these activities they don't require you to interact with anything. Rather than it acts around you. Just like if you were walking outside and you saw somebody who was hurt and you go over to help them. It wasn't planned. A lot of times the resulting effects always does something to the environment. Like, for example, the NPCs can die. Yeah, I thought that was interesting too. Apparently they can get hurt during an event, and you can also revive them. Plus they can revive you. But if they die, then you can no longer get quests from them or trade from them. Alright, so it looks like we have to take care of these guys. I've got to keep them from reprogramming golems. I do like, if you notice at the bottom there, it shows a progression of my skills. I'm about to level up my second skill. There it goes. I've got Ghastly Claws now, and I can use 2 different skills. Ghastly Claws will do more damage, and I'll receive more life force from it. You'll notice as I take down these guys, I'll get little green globs like that right there. It'll come towards me, and that's the life force. Little red globs going towards my blood fiend are actually contributing to healing me and keeping him alive. I'm gaining quite a bit of life force, and it doesn't take long, and pretty soon I'll be able to use Death Shroud. This guy's trying to hack that golem, and that golem's going crazy. Alright, so all these sparkly guys here, I can take all their stuff. Let's do that real quick and go kill some more mobs. Right over here. More life force. Oh, cool, I've got Death Shroud. I'm not going to use it right now because I'm doing perfectly fine. My blood fiend is helping me out. Plus, that golem on our side is helping us a lot too. Alright, I unlocked another skill called Unholy Feast. This one looks like it doesn't do as much damage, but it does have retaliation and cripple, so it slows, and the range is about the same. Whoa. Okay, what do we have going on here? Holy crap. Looks like we pissed somebody off.
Looks like the guest of honor has arrived.
Yeah, I'd say. I'm thinking I'm going to have to get in close on this one, otherwise I'm not going to do much damage. Looks like what everybody else is doing. Okay, so let's get in here and see what kind of damage we can do. So I'm gonna try a couple of my skills. You know what? Now's a good time to use Death Shroud because I've got a lot. I'm full life force, so I can do a lot more damage with this skill here because the more life force I have, the more damage I can do. Oh hell yeah! That looks like it's doing a much better job. Just a little bit more. Just a little bit more. Come on, everybody, help out. And that's it. We got this guy, no problem. He looks constipated. Push, push, dude. Oh, oh. There you go. That's a cool animation. So that's kind of a good example of the dynamic events. We started off by fighting off the guys who were trying to reprogram the golems, and then we ended up having to fight this huge monster boss, so that was cool. It just chained into that. Alright, we have another cutscene here. Let's check it out.
Hey, it's you again. I see you survived with your epidermis intact.
Of course. It takes more than a giant rampaging inquest golem to get the better of me.
Modest, too. Well, you've earned a dash of praise, if you ask me. The crews around the city would kill for the assistance of an inventor with your talents. You should ask around. Make yourself invaluable.
Not a bad idea. Thanks.
That guy totally sounds like the piggy bank from Toy Story. Alright, so first quest complete. That was pretty crazy. We got to fight a boss in our first quest. There's nothing wrong with that. I like that. Let's pick up these rewards here. And it leveled me up. Awesome. It's nice that I didn't have to talk to anybody to turn in that quest, so it was pretty cool. Alright, next we have to talk to Technician Pym, but now that we have some breathing room, I think I'm going to check out my inventory real quick to see what I've got, what I picked up in battle. Got a couple of pieces of things, 2 cogs, wooden focus. I guess that's actually an offhand item, so that'll help out. Let's see here. I'm going to equip this extra bag so I can store other things in there. And everything else just is like materials. So that's going to be it. Check the mail. Special item delivery. Okay, so looks like, I guess that was a bonus for entering the game. Alright, cool. By pressing H, I can check out my equipment on my character. And you can see here, you take a look at your character as is. You can even switch to, I'm wearing armor right now, I can switch to my town clothes. That's pretty neat. Alright, yeah, looks, I like that. I didn't get to select those colors in the character customization, but that's cool. I kind of like it. Nice, maybe it has something to do with that. So from here I can check out all my player attributes, and down here it looks like you've got to be level 7 before you can do weapon swapping. And here we go, skills and traits, and looks like we've got quite a bit of slot skills you can level up. Yeah, definitely. You've got healing, utility, and elite, and this one you can't even purchase until you're level 20. I can't purchase these skills for a while, so it'll be a little while before we get to those, but there's quite a bit of skills to unlock. That's really nice. Let's go see what Technician Pym has to say for our next quest here.
Welcome to Metrica Province. You'll find private laboratories all over where our crews work on dangerous research, and we pay the price for excellence. Labs need to be carefully maintained, but I'm sure that's not news to you. We see a fair bit of interference from the Inquest. They're envious of our advances and covered our research materials. Our researchers could use someone with your talents. On your journey, you may also encounter nefarious events in the world. Don't let these opportunities pass by you. Jump in and help. As you gad about, you'll encounter our Magi Matter transportive devices, more commonly known as waypoints. They're mini-gates that, for a trivial fee, transport you across great distances. They're the second most convenient way to travel next to our gates. In the vast, wide world, a plethora of challenges await you, some more demanding than others. Watch for the special ones, because they'll give you an opportunity to increase your skill and exceed your own limits.
Alright, so it's like a little follow-up introduction to what's going on. He's showing me where the waypoints are, showing me where I can go do more research or help out everybody around. In fact, that's my quest, is to help the locals. So basically we get to explore. Alright. He also talked about the dynamic events that I was mentioning. Ooh, what is this? Alright, so it looks like that's somewhere I can go. I gotta try this out. Gotta do a little parkouring. Yeah, so this is neat. So I was reading that there are these vista points you can get to, and you have to figure out how to get to them as if you don't fall. But I think they're just like achievements that you can collect whenever you see them. They're like little banners floating in the air, but you gotta figure out how to get to them. It's kind of neat. You gotta parkour a lot. That's different for an MMO, that's for sure. Let's take a look at the map here. Another thing that's really cool about Guild Wars 2 is that it's huge. You can zoom out here and you can see how big everything is. It's massive. I can't even imagine covering that area. But if that's not big enough, there's actual layers, and you can like go under the sea and even deeper into the ground, and like there's like a layer that's supposed to be like the depths of hell, I guess. And then on top of that, there's a sky layer too, and I really don't know a whole lot about that, but I'm sure it's going to come way later in the game. But it's just absolutely massive. There's nothing else that really compares to that. Alright, so what do we have here? Let's see, it looks like a game he's playing. So, yeah, would you like instruction how to play? Sure. Observe your skill bar. Selecting one of the actions will send the order to your RC golem, remote control golem. Okay. Notice the 5th skill is recharging. So, you got little skills down here that you can move and shoot. I guess you can play the computer too. Huh. I think I've got it now, but I think I'm gonna get out of this. Show on something else. But that's pretty cool. It's got little mini games right here. Alright, I guess you play that for experience. If you're not in the middle of world versus world. Or just plain exploring for that matter. Speaking of which, I gotta help out the locals in the area, so I gotta go exploring a little bit. But for now, like, I just want to talk about and look at how detailed the world is. It's crazy. It's very elaborate. Look at the buildings off in the distance. You can see a long ways. And, I mean, it's just, there's a lot going on. It's really cool. Everything seems to be very smooth, all the way from the character customization to the battles to just walking around to getting quests and the animations. Alright, let's talk to her.
Excelsior.
See what she asked us to do here. So it looks like it's something that I picked up while I was around the area. So as you get closer to the NPC, then you can pick up on what they're asking you to do. Like this one here wants me to support her in goalmancing research, so I'm going to actually experiment on the sleeping golems, participate in RC golem chess. So I can do any of those things and get credit for it. So basically that looks like a little, it's like a EXP bar underneath the quest there that will fill up as I do this. So I'm going to go in here and try to work on one of these golems. I'll pick up the tools here. I don't know if this matters, but alright. So it looks like I can smack things around with a wrench. Alright, let's talk to this guy here. This golem is in standby mode. Would you like to proceed? Sure. I need to cross the polyellipsoid aggression relay, and it's still in server. Okay, so ether charge the dynamo server, and of course I need to tweak the multi-phase polarity, and now I can activate the golem. Alright, did you catch all that? I got experience for it. I don't know if I did it right. Whoa. That looks dangerous.
1,417 errors.
Okay, well that was interesting. This might take a little while, so I'm going to do a couple of these and get closer to the end of this quest, so that way we can move on and not have to put you through that. So it seems like I only need one more for this. I hope I'm right. Let's try to do this here. Alright, so I'm going to ether charge this. I'm going to do the invert that and replace, activate the golem. Looks like somebody else did. Yeah, that gave me the credit I needed though. Looks like I've got to check my mail, and I was reading that's actually how you turn in quests and pick up quests is the NPCs just mail you. That's a lot better than having to walk across maybe a whole world. Let's see here. The Snaff Prize is waiting. Cool, when I click on that I actually accepted the quest. That's nice. That's easy. So even though I don't have to return to this NPC after I'm completing the quest, it looks like it shows that I've completed the quest that way. Let's see what she has to say now. Okay, so a little triangle thing here. I guess, okay, so it turned her into a vendor. That's cool. So now it looks like I can get items from her, probably based around the research that I just did on the golems. So we'll head this way because this is where it's pointing. Is that a pig? Random pig? Alright, so it's an instance-based area. Let's check this out. Now that's a golem. It looks like it put me in the same place, just maybe later at night. I've got to join my crew to compete for the Snaff Prize in the Battleground Plaza. I have a subtle feeling that I'm going to have to fight this thing.
And find another
See what he has to say.
Cherubs are fat baby humans with freakish wings.
What?
Panic time! Our massively impressive golem isn't working. The judges are waiting. It functioned perfectly back in the lab. I'm at a loss. Having the best pilot and the best pilot golem interface won't matter if it just stands there. I was sure we'd win. Snaff was a golemancer after all.
Let me take a look. I know this baby like the schematics were tattooed on the inside of my eyelids. Every time I blink, it's a review session. Well, there's your problem. The MIG's capacitors are missing. Someone forgot to put them in.
That's your job, Kaz. I pilot, you maintain. It's a good thing I love you so much, because I love you a little less each time your scatterbrain sets us back.
I love you too, my dulcet-toned honey viper. But I put the capacitors in. Someone must have swiped them, because I would not forget. Not after your last cheerful chastisement.
Pitch woo on your own time. We must have left the capacitors in the Hydron Unit Lab staging area. Hurry! Retrieve those capacitors at once!
Guess what I get to do?
Sure, I've heard of Snaff, but I still don't get why he gets a whole prize named after him.
Because he was one of the greatest geniuses who ever lived, you empty-headed homunculus. He revolutionized Golemancy. He blazed trails so brilliant, most people can't even see his footsteps, let alone follow in them.
So, friend of yours, then?
Sometimes it's just interesting to listen to what the NPCs have to say.
Hey! Stop right there, you pusillanimous pinheads! That's our stuff!
See what I mean?
Was your stuff. Now it's ours. But don't worry, we'll leave you a beating in exchange.
Oh wow, that's unexpected. Now I have to fight these guys? There's 3 of them, they're all higher level than me. Man, these guys hurt. I gotta get out of the way. This is where you have to really know how to evade. Let's see if I don't even know if I can do any damage. Not much. That one kinda helped a little bit. Oh man, I gotta get out of here. My blood fiend's gonna have to help me a little bit. Heal me. Heal me. If I press 6, he'll actually give me a lot more health, and that didn't seem to help too much. I'm gonna have to get around these guys for better vantage. Did not work. Oh man, so I have to fight to survive. Gotta use these life steal skills that aren't doing a whole lot of damage, and definitely not gonna take them out. I need somebody to come revive me, but I doubt it. I'm taking him down little bits at a time. Ah man, where's my blood fiend? Oh, I don't know how I got back up, but I did. It's awesome. Gotta get away. No! No! Again, now I'm even further away. Alright, so I gotta reposition myself. This is a cool angle. This is a really neat, like, perspective. Alright, suck the life out of him, please. Go get him, Blood Fiend. Sick him, boy. Don't die on me, don't fail. You've all I've got. No. Oh, crap. He died. Alright, let's see what I can do. Oh, that didn't work. So I'm going to retry from the checkpoint. Let's see if I can take these guys out. Hopefully they didn't go anywhere. Jeez, that is a cool perspective though. When you fall, I guess you have the chance to rejoin the fight if you can survive. In that case, I did not. If I had other people around, I'm sure I could probably get somebody to revive me. I believe that's actually one of the skills that kind of keeps you alive a little longer, and somebody can come over there and revive you. It looks like there's only one of these guys left, so it looks like it'll be a lot easier. Plus, I didn't even think about it, but I have Death Shroud, so I'm going to use that now. This is definitely going to allow me to do a lot more damage and not take my health away so fast. It seems like it's lasting longer than I thought. I'm doing pretty good. Hopefully, yeah, that's doing critical damage. Nice. Oh, well, I'm out of it now. Oh, I'm not doing too bad. Yep, she's hurting me. Okay, now it's just like a contest of who can spam faster. Come on. This is like PvP almost. This is pretty cool. I don't need to evade her. I've got to be all melee-like. Alright, maybe I should back off a little bit. She's kind of hurting now. Oh man, she got me again? Really? Oh, I'm going to just suck the life out of you until you die. I don't think I actually have to kill her. I think I just have to bring her down. There we go. Bring her down to a certain point where I can revive her. Just like this person. Let's see. Now I guess I have to revive them? You've taken a down penalty. The more this penalty accrues, the less health you'll have while... Okay, so it's just explaining that I died. Or that I was needing to be revived.
Cease and desist all hostilities. Now, what's going on here?
These inquest poltroons snuck into our work area, sabotaged our massively impressive golem, and stole our equipment.
Calumny and slander! We were called in to consult on a Snaff Prize entry, and when we did, this blackguard attacked us.
Now, things get heated when a prize is on the line. Let's all just calm down, count to 10, and get back to work. No harm done, eh?
No harm done? They vandalized our workspace and our MiG.
That is a serious accusation. On behalf of the Arcane Council, I suggest you file a complaint after the contest is over. Off you go now. Off!
I really like how creative that quest was. In a typical MMO, you would just go get the supplies and then you'd go back. You'd walk forever. But we got intervened by these people that were stealing. That was pretty cool. And I know it's not one of the dynamic events, but it's still really creative and it's not boring. So it looks like I have damaged equipment. I was wondering what that was.
I was thinking about joining the Inquest.
Oh, there's so many people talking at once.
They'd never take you.
Alright, so what do I need to do? I need to talk to one of these guys here. No, not the MiG. There's my Blood Fiend. Let's see. No, did I? Oh man, I forgot the supplies. My bad. Oops. So hopefully this video gives you an idea of how the game is dynamic throughout and a little bit of the storyline behind the Asura Necromancer from the School of Dynamics. And you can definitely see how smooth and crisp and polished the game is. There's really nothing that I can point out that I don't like so far. Even with so many people on the server right now, the game doesn't show any signs of lag, and the game doesn't seem bulky at all. You can start up the game and log out really quickly without any delay whatsoever. And I know that's important to some people. You can basically log out and pick up right where you left off. It's really nice. Alright, Kaz, I've got your parts. Here you go.
You got the parts. I'll install them and we'll be ready to go.
Oh man, what's gonna happen now?
Hey, you fixed it. Nice work. Now we can show off our improved Golem to Pilot interface. It's not as splashy as some entries, but it's revolutionary. The Snaff Prize is as good as ours.
Not if we don't hurry it up. They're waiting now. So get out there and strut our stuff.
Alright, so what now? I didn't get any mail. What am I supposed to do next? So, present the crew's invention and the Snaff Prize judges.
Behold,
oh,
a
okay.
revolutionary leap forward in Golem to Pilot interfacing. The massively impressive Golem.
Massively.
The biomagical psionic mind link is two-way, instantaneous, and uninterruptible. Our pilot doesn't even need hands. She just has to think, and the Golem responds. No more specialized training or hours of practice. Just hop in, think, and away you go.
Very impressive. How did you handle the problem of feedback? Every time I've tried something similar, the pilot's brain got fried.
Our breakthrough in Golem interface dampening technology keeps the user's mind safe from harm.
Well, it's not as eye-catching as Teo's floating Griswirl, but your MiG is quite impressive.
So I'm gonna get the prize or what? Almost died just getting the parts.
I've seen enough, Counselor. Our choice is clear. The invention that best embodies Snaff's legacy is the College of Dynamics MiG.
I quite agree. Seamless integration of machine and user has been an unachievable goal until now. Well done. As far as I know, only the Inquest has ever had any success, and they have to brutalize sentient beings to achieve it.
That was the most difficult challenge we faced. False modesty aside, our work here represents a quantum leap forward in Golemancy.
I'm surprised I'm not having to fight the thing already.
Which is why, on behalf of the judges, I'm pleased to award Fronk's crew the Snaff Prize.
Let's all. I think I spoke too soon.
By the eternal alchemy, what's that thing doing now?
Man, there's no way I can fight this thing on my own. I couldn't even take care of those other three guys. I'm gonna need some help.
We have a problem.
Something's definitely wrong in there. Doxa, what's going on?
Oh crap, what's it doing? No, don't kill that guy. Okay, good. He ducked. It's probably gonna go and turn into something even bigger.
It's not responding. It's malfunction. I mean, error. Arg! What's happening to me?
It's okay, your brain is being fried, like she said.
So the winning entry was a crazed counselor-killing golem.
Yeah, and?
Well, if we disqualified every potentially lethal entry, there'd be no contestants left.
Exactly.
But the MiG was sabotaged. Our entry was tampered with. I don't know why, but the Inquest...
Stop right there. Every time a stasis servo slips a gear, people blame Inquest saboteurs. I'm sick of it. You just took the Snaff Prize. Learn to win gracefully. Instead of finding scapegoats for your own inadequacy, you should be tracking down and dismantling that amok golem you unleashed.
And when you do, I'd love the chance to study it. Impressive work. Right on up to the point it started smashing things at random.
That will soon be rectified. Back to the lab, crew. We can track the MiG from there. With a bit of luck, we can stop it before it does any serious damage.
It doesn't look like I have to get my ass kicked after all. At least not right now. Alright guys, well the video is getting a little long, like I said. Hopefully this gives you a brief idea of the game and a tiny glance of what all the hype was about, which I wasn't let down. It's a beautiful, exciting game and I'm so ready to play more. But for now, thanks for tuning in. Like always, if you're looking for more information about Guild Wars 2, we've got it over at MMOHut.com. Plus you can check out some of our older beta gameplay videos and articles that will be popping up on the site now that it's finally released. That's all for now. I'm James Blonde. See you out there, gamers.